Welcome back for another deep dive with us.
Always a pleasure.
So today we're going to be looking at some life lessons.
Ooh, exciting.
The kind we often wish we'd learned a little sooner.
Yeah, those aha moments
Yeah.
that come a little too late.
And our source material today is this YouTube video with the very appropriate title, 5 Life Lessons We Often Learn Too Late.
Catchy.
It's by L'Arte della Crescita Personale.
Okay.
Now it's in Italian, but don't worry, we've got all the key insights translated for you.
I was going to ask about that.
Of course. So one of the most striking things about this video is how it opens. It doesn't sugarcoat anything.
Oh.
It just jumps right into this truth.
What's that?
That can be a little unsettling at first. Nothing lasts forever.
Whoa.
That's a bold way to start a video for sure.
Yeah, what do they mean by that?
I mean, we're talking possessions, relationships, even ourselves.
Yeah.
Kind of makes you stop and think, doesn't it?
It does.
About how you're living your life.
Yeah, makes you wonder.
So the point here isn't to dwell on that impermanence.
Right.
And get all gloomy about it. It's about using that awareness to appreciate what you have right now.
I see.
So think about it. How often do you get caught up regretting the past?
Oh, all the time.
Or worrying about the future?
Yeah, I do that too.
So this video challenges you to shift that focus.
Also.
Instead of missing out on the present because you're stuck in your head, it encourages you to savor what's happening in this very moment.
I like that.
It's all about minimizing future regrets by maximizing present experiences.
I can get behind that.
So the video uses this powerful image.
Okay.
Imagine yourself at 90 years old.
Okay.
Looking back on your life.
Whoa.
What memories will truly matter?
That is a good question.
Will it be the hours you spent passively watching TV?
Probably not.
Or the adventures you had?
That's better.
The connections you made? Yeah.
With loved ones.
That's what life is all about.
Makes you think about how you're spending your time today.
It really does.
Right.
Yeah.
And that leads us to lesson number 2.
Okay.
Which might seem a little contradictory at first.
How so?
It's about the importance of making sacrifices today for a better tomorrow.
Wait.
How does that fit in with the idea that everything is fleeting?
That's what I was thinking. Doesn't make sense.
If nothing lasts forever, why bother sacrificing anything?
Exactly.
I'm already a little confused.
Me too.
So the video isn't suggesting
good.
that you ignore the present
Right.
and just grind away for some distant future that may or may not happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
It's a little more nuanced than that.
Okay.
You have to
I remember.
every today was once someone's tomorrow.
That's true.
So it's about finding that balance
I see.
between those two.
Okay.
What are you doing today?
Yeah. That's building something meaningful for the future.
Right.
Or are you finding genuine joy in the present moment?
Both good things.
Yeah.
So it's not about delaying gratification forever.
Exactly.
Got it.
But understanding that the choices you make today shape your tomorrow.
It all makes sense now.
Whether that's pursuing something meaningful or just enjoying the present moment fully.
I like it.
And the video even quotes Gary Vaynerchuk.
Oh, cool.
You know the entrepreneur?
Yeah, I know Gary.
Who says, abbiate pazienza nella vita.
I don't know what that means.
It translates to have patience in life.
I should have known that.
It's a reminder that good things take time.
True.
And effort.
Sometimes you need that long-term vision.
So, lesson number 3 gets into something we've all experienced.
What's that?
The fact that life can be downright unfair.
Oh, yeah.
You work hard. Things don't go your way.
Happens all the time.
Someone else gets the promotion.
Ugh, I hate when that happens.
It's frustrating to say the least.
For sure.
And this is where the video's perspective gets really interesting.
I'm intrigued.
It flat out says that nobody is owed anything in life.
Really?
We often develop this limited view.
Yeah.
Thinking our perception of what's fair is the absolute truth.
We all think we're right.
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt slighted because things didn't go the way you thought they should?
Definitely.
So the video challenges you to move beyond that sense of entitlement and focus on what you can control.
I like that.
Complaining doesn't get you anywhere.
Nope.
Instead, it's about learning from what happened.
Okay.
Adapting your approach and trying again.
So instead of getting stuck in that feeling
exactly
of it's not fair,
you channel that energy
right,
into learning and growing.
I like that a lot better.
From the experience.
Much more productive.
That's the idea.
I'm on board.
Now, this next lesson is a bit more lighthearted.
Okay, good.
It's about our tendency to sweat the small stuff.
Oh, yeah?
You know those people
Oh, yeah, I know the type.
who turn tiny inconveniences into major dramas?
Ugh, it's the worst.
Like they're looking for things to get upset about?
Always complaining.
It seems a little obvious.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
But the video makes a great point.
Okay, I'm listening.
By quoting Abraham Lincoln.
Honest, Abe.
He said, "Understand the size of a person by what makes them angry." So think about what that really means.
Okay.
Are you letting small annoyances control your emotions?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And dictate your day?
Right, it's all about understanding what truly matters.
It's not just about avoiding drama.
Right.
It's about what's important.
The big picture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the video drives home this point.
Okay.
That catastrophizing, blowing things out of proportion, only hurts you in the long run.
Yeah, that's true.
So think back to a time
Okay.
when you were really stressed about something.
I have so many examples.
How did it turn out?
Usually not that bad.
Looking back,
Yeah.
did you need to worry as much as you did?
Probably not.
There have definitely been times when I've looked back and thought,
Yeah.
what was I even so worried about?
That's the video's point.
In the moment.
Right.
Problems can feel huge.
They do.
But with a little distance and perspective,
You realize they weren't so bad.
you realize they weren't as monumental
Right.
as you perceived them to be.
So how do we get better at this?
That's the question.
At not sweating the small stuff.
Are there any practical tips?
I need all the help I can get.
One thing the video highlights is the power of hindsight.
I've heard that's 20/20.
Try to remember times when you worried unnecessarily.
I can do that.
And remind yourself that this too shall pass.
That is comforting.
And sometimes simply acknowledging that you're getting worked up. Yeah.
Over something small
You're right.
can help you detach from it.
It's like catching yourself in the act.
Exactly.
And choosing to react differently.
Precisely.
So before we move on,
Yeah.
I want to pause and ask,
Okay.
what's resonating with you so far?
That's a good question.
Are there any small things you might be magnifying?
In your own life?
Something to think about?
It's easy to get caught up
Yeah.
in the day-to-day
And
forget to step back
right.
and look at the bigger picture.
That brings us to the fifth and final lesson.
Okay. Hit me with it.
All about courage.
Ooh. I like it already.
Authenticity.
Uh-huh.
And chasing those dreams.
Okay.
That might seem a little out of reach.
This is where things get really interesting.
You think so?
The video starts off with this bold statement.
I'm ready.
Many people never fail in life
Wow.
because they never even try.
That's deep.
So it's a powerful reminder
It is.
that playing it safe
Yeah.
guarantees mediocrity.
Nobody wants to be mediocre. If you want to achieve something meaningful,
Okay.
you have to be willing to risk failure,
That's scary.
to weather criticism,
Yeah, that's tough.
to step outside of your comfort zone.
What's your reaction to that statement?
It definitely makes you think.
It does.
We all have dreams,
We do.
but fear holds us back.
So true.
Right? And the
Yeah.
video acknowledges that it can be incredibly daunting to put yourself out there.
It is.
It talks about the role of fear.
Uh-huh.
You know, that natural protective mechanism?
It can be good sometimes.
That can sometimes paralyze you.
Yeah, but it also emphasizes
What's that?
that overcoming a fear makes it less daunting in the future.
Oh, I like that.
Each small victory builds your confidence
Okay.
and resilience.
So it's like building a muscle.
Exactly.
A muscle of courage.
And this is where the video's message gets really personal.
Okay, let's hear it.
It asks you directly, are you letting fear hold you back
Ooh.
from pursuing something you truly desire?
That's a good question.
It could be a career change,
Yeah.
a creative endeavor,
Uh-huh.
a personal goal,
So many things.
anything that makes your heart sing.
I love that.
Think about that for a moment.
What's one thing you've been putting off?
Because of fear.
It's a powerful question.
It is.
And the video's answer is equally powerful.
What is it?
You only live once.
That's right.
Tune out the haters.
Yes.
Except for constructive feedback, of course.
Of course.
Confront your fears. And above all, be authentically you.
Love it.
Now, before we move on, I think it's important to remember
Okay.
that fear isn't always a bad thing.
Oh, that's true. It can be quite useful.
Oh, how so?
Fear can be a signal.
Okay.
A way for your brain to alert you to potential danger or challenges.
So it's not about eliminating fear altogether, but learning to manage it.
Exactly.
How do you figure out?
That's the question.
Which fears are worth listening to?
Yeah.
And which ones are holding you back?
It's all about self-awareness.
Okay.
Understanding your fears, where they come from, how they manifest.
Okay.
Then you can start to challenge them.
I like that.
To test their validity.
See if they're real.
You might find that the things you're most afraid of
Yeah.
aren't actually that scary.
Once you face them head on.
The video talks about this.
Does it?
Yeah.
How confronting a fear diminishes its power.
Makes sense.
Over time.
It becomes less intimidating.
Right.
Less likely to stop you from doing what you want to do.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Exploring these 5 really insightful life lessons.
I've learned a lot.
And what strikes me...
What's that?
...is that they're not just feel-good platitudes.
No, they're not.
They offer some really practical wisdom.
Yeah, I think so too.
For navigating the ups and downs of life.
What do you think?
I totally agree.
And the video creator ends with a thought-provoking question. Let's hear it.
E tu quali di questi 5 errori commetti?
I don't know Italian. Which translates to, and you. Which of these 5 mistakes are you making?
Oh, that's a good one.
It makes you think.
It really is a direct challenge to the viewer.
It challenges you to reflect on your own life.
See
where you might be holding yourself back.
Are you clinging to the past?
Yeah.
Worrying excessively about the future? Letting fear dictate your decisions?
Good questions.
Are you making mountains out of molehills?
Failing to appreciate the good things because you're focused on the negative.
So it's all about perspective.
It is.
The video encourages you to shift your lens.
I like that.
To reframe your experiences in a more empowering light.
What has resonated with you the most?
Good question.
Were there any aha moments?
While listening to this deep dive.
And more importantly, what action will you take?
Based on what we've discussed.
Will you challenge yourself to embrace the present moment?
Ooh, good one.
To confront a fear that's been holding you back.
Or to finally pursue that long-held dream.
Remember, even small changes can have a ripple effect.
Leading to a richer, more fulfilling life.
And it's fascinating that these life lessons...
You think so?
Yeah.
Well presented in the context of a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Are really timeless and universal.
That's what I was thinking.
You can find them echoed throughout history. In literature, philosophy.
Makes sense.
Even everyday conversations.
It speaks to the shared human experience.
Doesn't it?
The challenges and triumphs
exactly.
we all face.
As we navigate this journey called life.
And by learning from those who have come before us, we can avoid some common pitfalls.
Now, one thing that struck me...
What's that?
While watching this video... was the emphasis on personal responsibility.
Interesting.
It doesn't offer quick fixes or easy answers.
No, it doesn't.
It empowers you to take ownership of your own life, to make choices that align with your values and goals.
So it's about recognizing that you have the power to shape your own destiny.
To create the life you truly desire.
And while there will always be things outside your control,
that's true.
You can choose how you respond to them.
That ties in perfectly.
Does it?
With the lesson. About accepting that life is unfair. It's not about becoming passive or resigned. But about developing a resilient mindset.
I see what you mean.
A belief in your ability to overcome challenges.
And learn from setbacks.
It reminds me of a quote by Viktor Frankl.
Oh, yeah.
Who survived the Holocaust.
Wow.
He said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom."
Wow. That's powerful.
It's a good one.
It is.
Such a powerful reminder that you always have a choice.
Even in the most difficult circumstances.
And by choosing to respond with courage. Creativity and a commitment to your values.
You can transform adversity
into an opportunity for growth.
I like that.
So before we move on
to
the final part of our deep dive.
The last part.
I think it's important to acknowledge.
What's that?
Embracing these life lessons is an ongoing process.
It's a journey.
A lifelong journey.
Not about being perfect.
It's not about achieving perfection, no, never making mistakes.
It's about having a growth mindset.
Exactly.
A willingness to learn and evolve.
To embrace the messiness and imperfections of life.
Be kind to yourself along the way.
Celebrate your victories.
Yes.
big and small. And when you inevitably stumble,
We all do.
view it as a learning opportunity.
A chance to course correct
Right.
and move forward
Yeah.
with greater wisdom and resilience.
It's the journey itself.
Right, yeah.
Where the magic lies.
In striving, the growing, the becoming.
Exactly.
As long as you keep learning and evolving.
You're on the right track.
Speaking of the journey,
Oh.
one thing the video doesn't explicitly address,
Oh.
but I think is worth considering,
Okay, what is it?
is the idea of mentorship.
That's interesting.
How do you see mentorship fitting in?
With these life lessons. When you think about it, a lot of these lessons, like accepting that things are temporary or learning to manage fear, are often best learned through experience.
True.
But having someone who's already been there can be incredibly helpful.
I agree.
Almost like having a guide.
A mentor.
Yeah.
It's like having a map and compass
Okay.
when you're navigating unfamiliar terrain.
I like that.
A mentor can offer a different perspective,
Yeah.
challenge your limiting beliefs,
Uh-huh.
encourage you to step outside your comfort zone,
It's like having someone in your corner.
and they can share their own stories
Oh, yeah.
of failures and triumphs,
Right.
giving you concrete examples
Okay.
of how these life lessons play out.
In the real world,
So where do you find a mentor?
that's the question.
It's not like they just show up in your doorstep.
Unfortunately,
Sometimes they do,
I wish.
but more often it takes a bit of effort on your part.
Okay.
Think about the people you admire.
Okay.
Maybe someone professionally,
Uh-huh.
a friend or family member
Right.
who embodies qualities you want to develop,
Someone you look up to.
or even someone you connect with
Yeah.
over a shared interest.
I think being open to learning
That's a good point.
from others is a big part of it.
Actively seeking out
Yeah.
those who can help you grow.
And remember, mentorship isn't a one-way street.
That's right.
It's a two-way exchange.
It is
A shared journey.
like learning and growth.
So you could be a mentor too.
Absolutely.
Sharing your experiences
Right.
and knowledge.
It's all about creating a circle of support,
Yeah.
a community of people committed to helping each other thrive.
So to bring it all back,
Yeah.
we've explored these 5 powerful life lessons.
From this one YouTube video.
Embracing the present moment,
Mhm.
making wise choices,
For the future.
accepting that unfairness is inevitable, not sweating the small stuff.
And confronting your fears to chase your dreams.
We've also talked about personal responsibility,
Right.
the power of choice,
And how mentorship can play a role.
and navigating life's ups and downs.
Absolutely.
And we've encouraged you to reflect on your own life.
Identify areas where you might be holding yourself back
Take action.
towards creating the life you truly want.
Remember, personal growth is a marathon, not a sprint.
Be patient with yourself.
Now celebrate your progress.
And never stop learning and evolving.
As always, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. What resonated with you the most?
What moments did you have?
Share your thoughts.
Until next time,
Keep exploring.
keep growing.
And keep diving deep, deep.